Shabbat Shalom and Chodesh Tov. Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. Here we are at the end of yet another painful week for our people, having welcomed hostages home in caskets, having buried Shiri Bibas and her babies, welcoming them back to the land that they so loved, but not in the way we wanted. And here we are on Rosh Chodesh Adar, the new month of Adar, this month in which Purim falls and about which our rabbis taught Misha Nichnas Adar, from the moment Adar enters, from this very moment, Marbin B'Simcha, our joy should increase. How do we hold these two truths, this truth of the pain that so many of us carry, the grief in our hearts as we enter Rosh Chodesh, as we enter Adar, and this truth that we are meant to enter Adar with an increase of joy and not sorrow? Perhaps the answer lies in the use of the word joy. Just like in English, Hebrew has so many words that could be used to express a sentiment of happiness, a sentiment of fun, of celebration. But our rabbis use the word simcha, and they use that word for a reason. Because, as others have shared and noted before, simcha is not just fun or happiness. Simcha really does mean joy. And that difference matters. It matters because, as Rabbi Alan Liu taught in his book, This is Real and You Are Completely Unprepared, when we speak of joy, we are not speaking of fun. Because joy is a deep release of the soul that has to include grief and pain. Joy is an experience that we must give our whole being to. And if we try to push aside pain or grief or any other emotion, then we also do not allow ourselves to fully feel joy. Similarly, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks taught about the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is something that individuals experience, and it is often thought of as an attitude towards life in general. But joy is something that is shared. Joy is something that spreads beyond one's self. And joy is not about an attitude towards life in general as much as it is about embracing the moment that we are in. As Rabbi Sacks writes, joy lives not in thoughts of tomorrow, but in the grateful acceptance and celebration of today. We are here, we are alive, we are among others who share our sense of joy, while we still acknowledge that that might not be true for others. Joy, he says, is the ability to celebrate life as such, knowing that whatever tomorrow may bring, we are here today under God's heaven, in the universe God made, to which God has invited us as divine guests. As hard as it may feel, as discordant as it may feel with the world around us, may we feel that joy and that increase of joy in this month. Not as a rejection of the grief and the pain that we feel, but as an embrace of that, while also embracing that we are still here, we are resilient, we will keep going. Because after all, isn't that what the story of Purim is about? And isn't that what the story of our people is about too? With that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Chodesh Tov, and a Chodesh of Simcha, a month of joy.